he is, as much as McDavid and Draisaitl are, he is a major key to this team going on a long run this spring.
He's the under the radar MVP of the team because
100%.
I think everyone's pointed this out. We're all aware. We all watched on Saturday as Jack Campbell couldn't stop anything. It was a struggle, and he was expected to be the guy. And then Stuart Skinner steps up this season, and I mean, there was points in time earlier in the year when Campbell was really struggling, and the team hadn't really found their groove. If they didn't have Skinner stepping up, killing it, then things could have gone south super fast. And I mean, in that Buffalo game, same thing. Things could have gone south. There was some periods where they were just lapsing defensively, and Skinner comes through and saves the day. He's there. I mean, you can't not call McDavid the MVP. He's on pace to score like 156 points or something. Obviously, he's the MVP, but the under the radar MVP for me is Stuart Skinner.
And for a franchise that's always rushed its players' development along, for Skinner to be his 53rd game in the NHL or something like that, it's an incredible time to be a bona fide, first of all-star, and secondly, have the confidence of a fan base that's seen some terrible goaltending over.
And also, let's give some love to Ken Holland earlier in the season, saying, you know what, let's just lock this guy up, because Stuart Skinner, for 3 more seasons after this one, 3 more years after this one, at a $2.6 million cap hit.
That is value.
And that makes the Jack Campbell deal way easier to stomach if you're a fan of the Edmonton Oilers and you're loading up their cap-friendly page. $7.6 million on your 2 goalies is very good, especially when one of them is capable of doing what Stuart Skinner can do.
Does that mean we also need to give some praise to Peter Chiarelli for selecting him in the 3rd round of the 2017 draft?
And we also need to give some credit to Bob Green, who we love to hate on over the Griffin Reinhardt thing. But Bob Green was the Western Canada scout who would have identified Stuart Skinner as well.
They leaned in really, really, really hard to drafting either kids from Edmonton or kids that played for the Oil Kings when the Oil Kings were good. Didn't work out a lot of the time, but they finally hit it with Skinner. It was worth it.
They did.
They made it worth it.
It is a franchise. He's a franchise-changing player. I know people are going to be like, what are you talking about? But, like, man, getting a homegrown goalie who you then sign to a dirt cheap contract for the next 3 years, who's going to an all-star game in his rookie season, it's worth it. Kenneth Mark Holland in the chat says, put some respect on Kenny Money.
Think of the crap we've paid for over the years. Javi Bulin, 4 years, $16 million. You gads.
Yeah.
And we finally have a guy. Did it himself, local.
Who was the last local goalie? Would it have been Grimfew?
Grimfew might be it.
Yeah, might be.
Yeah,
I don't know.
He's from Spruce Grove.
Rambassois, isn't he from?
No,
he's actually
played for the Oil Kings.
He played for the Oil Kings.
BC though.
Oh, is he from BC?
Yeah.
I just remember he had a local angle.
Tyler Buns from St. Albert.
Tyler Buns, he was a local. Buns with a Z, baby.
Yeah, works at Spruce Grove Jeep now.
Does he really?
Yeah.
All right.